Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for joining me again, YouTube Nation. YouTube people, YouTube followers, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. You're coming to the VP Nation channel. Ah, messing up to begin with. It's a little early in the morning. Sorry about that. But once again, let me get my name right. VP Nation, stand up. You rocking with your boy Knuckles on YouTube, baby. Oh man, I want to talk to you about the Marquez Bradley fight that happened last night. Um, what a great boxing match, great chess boxing match. If you're truly a boxing fan and you like the sweet science of boxing, this fight was a great one for you. You can tell that both fighters was thinking in the ring, thinking how to land their hit, how to counter punch. You had two counter punchers going at it. So it was how can you out counter the counter puncher? This was a great match. I did a video earlier, a couple of months ago, talking about Bradley and Marquez, and I said that this fight was going to be a better fight, a better boxing fight than Mayweather and Canelo. And I was right. I was right. At that time I could not decide a winner, but clearly after this match, clearly Tim Lee Bradley took this hands down. He took it running away. I actually agreed with Jim Lanford's scorecard from HBO, and I never agree with his scorecard. I never. It's rarely that me and him see eye to eye when scoring a fight. But he had this right on. Right on. I only gave Marquez 3 rounds. The first round, which was the fill-out round. The ninth round, which he finally got a couple of shots off Tim Lee Bradley. In the 11th round, which he kind of outworked Tim Lee Bradley a little bit. But other than that, I didn't give him no other rounds. Tim Lee Bradley clearly ran this boxing hands down. He used his lateral foot movement. He moved from side to side. He used his feet to set up his punches. The up jab, which was a key, which was one of the main keys. That if I don't understand how Pacquiao never really used that jab. Pacquiao was more of an offensive, I'm gonna put you out type fighter. But clearly, Mayweather showed you how to defeat Marquez. Clearly, he did. And if you go back and look at it, when you go back and watch this fight, if you watch it next week on HBO, when they air it doing another fight, it's supposed to be a great fight that's coming on next week. But when you go back and look at this fight, if you didn't watch the pay-per-view fight, Tim Lee Bradley, he out-countered the counter-puncher, and he did it with the jab. He led off the jab. He was using the jab to make Marquez throw his counter-punches so he can out-counter that. And he was hooking to the bodies. He was uppercutting to the body. He was taking it downstairs first. And then when Marquez started guarding his body, he'd take it upstairs. Wow. So that was a great fight. Great fight. One thing that Tim Lee Bradley did, he did his research on Marquez. His team did their research on Marquez. You can clearly see that the research was done. Tim Lee Bradley gave Marquez a look like Mayweather. He used that Philly shell defense style. And he used that up jab where Marquez couldn't see the jab coming straight to him because it was coming below his, almost like in the sternum of his stomach. And then at the last moment, Tim Lee Bradley bring it up and pop him in his chin. Beautiful jab. But he used that jab to keep the counterpuncher at defense majority of the fight. It was a good chess match. Marquez, he finally adjusted to it and he adapted to it. But then, it's clearly that Tim Lee Bradley came into the fight with a game plan of A, B, C, D, E, and F, and G if necessary. I mean, he came in with multiple game plans, and you can tell that he was just going through his progression. Once Marquez adapted to that style, then Timothy Bradley changed it up. I noticed that Timothy Bradley he forced his style on Marquez during this fight. And Marquez had to adapt to the style. Marquez never forced his style on Timothy Bradley, where Timothy Bradley would have to adapt. It was the opposite. Um, Timothy Bradley, he did his thing. You got to give him all props for it. You can't take anything away from Timothy Bradley. You can't take anything away from Marquez. He's still going to be a champion, one of the Hall of Fame persons that's going to go in the Hall of Fame. But you got to give props to Timothy Bradley. Here you have a person who was always put as the challenger, no matter what. He was always the opponent. And I'm talking about Timothy Bradley at this point. He was always put as the opponent, no matter who he fought, and all he did was beat everybody who they put in front of him. And he was the opponent. He was never clearly meant to win fights. I mean, even from when he beat Alexander, he wasn't clearly meant to win that fight. They was marking Alexander at that point to be Devin Alexander to be one of the up and coming young boxing stars, and Timothy Bradley took him apart. Timothy Bradley been taking a lot of people apart. He fight with that head. He will butt the shit out you with a head if need be, but he gets the job done. He shows heart. He shows will, and that's one thing you can't beat from him is his heart. You got to give props to him. You can't take anything away from him. At this point, you definitely cannot take anything away from him. Like I say, he was always the opponent in every fight, and he was always meant not to win. Even when Pacquiao fought Timothy Bradley, it was set up for Pacquiao to win that fight. It was set up for Pacquiao to look good against Timothy Bradley so he can go back and fight Marquez again, because everyone thought that Marquez beat Bradley that third fight. Everyone felt it, and they scored the judge because they were trying to set up Pacquiao and Mayweather, which kind of still want to see that fight, but don't look like it's going to happen because Top Rank can't work with Golden Boy. So as a boxing fan, I feel like we're missing out because now you have the best not fighting the best. And that's not right. I think the best should fight the best. If you clearly going to say you the best in boxing, then you need to fight the best. No matter who promotion you're with, let's get out there and let's fight. You know what I'm saying? Because your name is to be the best in boxing. You can't say I'm the best in boxing, and clearly you got a whole range of fighters who fight for another promotion that's clearly as good too, and you're not fighting them to consider yourself the best. When you say you the best, that means you wiped out all competition. There's no competition for you. You took out the tops, you took out the bottom, you cleared the whole division. I'm unified. I unify the belts. I'm the best. No matter what promotion company you fight for, no matter if you're fighting for who, Don King, Bob Arum, Mike Tyson now. I mean, it doesn't matter. 50 Cent, with SMS Promotions, or Mayweather, with Mayweather Promotions, or whoever else, who's out there in the game trying to get a promotion deal. The best to fight the best, and that's clearly is what's wrong with boxing right now. But Timothy Bradley, like I say, he only been beating everyone, and he goes in as the opponent. He's the person that never supposed to win. Even when you did the weigh-in, the live weigh-in of the Marquez Timothy Bradley fight, they booed the champion, and he's the champion. He's the champion. Everyone booed him, but they just put that fire on Timothy Bradley back. And flames just kept on growing. That's his motivation. He's going to prove that he's the best. Timothy Bradley said all he want to do is fight the best of the best. And so far, he's been beating them. So you got to give props to him, no matter how you look at it. I don't even know how the judges had this fight that close. I think it was like 2 points apart. I don't remember. It was like 115, 113. But the judges had this fight close, and a judge actually gave the fight to Marquez. And I'm trying to figure out how. Maybe I understand the judges, they're there live, and depending on what angle they're sitting in, they miss half of the fight. If punches being thrown on the opposite side, the judge can't see it. So I mean, I kind of get that, but I think we need to change the rules of judges. I mean, if you're gonna sit there and you're gonna be a judge, you should at least be allowed to watch it on TV as well, or have three judges right there in the ringside and have four judges watching it on TV with no commentary at all, just watching the fight. Period. No commentary, just only what's going on in the ring. No sound, none of the crowd, no nothing. I think clearly this is what we need to do because clearly some judges are not scoring the fights the way they should be. I didn't see Marquez only won 3 rounds, and I was looking personally. I was looking to try to give him more rounds personally, but he only won 3 rounds. So I don't understand how you had that close of a fight. Um, Timothy Bradley just he walked away with it. I gave Timothy Bradley the 12th round, but that's the only reason I gave him the 12th round is because of the last flurry of his changes when Marquez just said, forget it, I'm going to go for broke and start balls out brawling with him. And Timothy Bradley still won the best of that. You know, that happened at least 3 times in the fight where Marquez tried to just go all out brawling, balling with a person, you know, throwing punches. And Timothy Bradley was right there knocking him back. He was right there for the taking, you know, and Timothy Bradley was still getting the best of those changes. So, I don't know. I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know what can you say. I don't know how the judges had it 115, 113. That scorecard definitely should not be. Even if you scored a fight for Timothy Bradley, your scorecard should not be 115, 113. Clearly, Timothy Bradley won majority of the rounds. Clearly, he won 9 rounds. Clearly, with ease. 9 rounds out of 12 rounds, he clearly won. So I don't understand that. But, hey, you know, people see things differently. That's why I think we should have more judges in on these fights. I think we should have another set of 4 judges that judge the fight just on TV in different rooms by themselves. All you do, you sit in that room and you judge the fight as the fight's going on. And then once you turn in your scorecard, all the judges combine and turn in their scorecards. And of course, the main 3 judges are sitting in ringside have final say so. But if the 4 judges sees it like the greenside judges, then okay, then they get the scorecard. But if they don't see it that way, then you need obviously there must be an overruled panel somewhere, because clearly these judges are not judging fights correctly. Also, you know, talking about the judges, I said it in my Mayweather Canelo post-fight interview where I feel like after every fight, the judges has to go back to a panel of other judges and justify how they scored the fight. It's almost like verifying or making sure you did your job. Because clearly, these judges are messing up the sport of boxing. But nevertheless, I'm not doing judges today. I'm talking about Bradley for the most part and Marquez. You know, it was a great fight. It was a great chess match. You know, for the pure boxing fans, this was a great fight. Great, and you can't take nothing away from that. Cannot at all take anything away from that. But now it's almost like, who does Timothy Bradley fight next? Who does he fight next? I mean, because he beat Pacquiao, and I clearly think he won. You know, a lot of people might disagree with me, but I clearly thought that Timothy Bradley beat Pacquiao the first time I saw it. I even went back and watched the fight over and over again without the sound, without the commentary, and I watched it maybe like 3 or 4 months later, you know, making sure that my judgment wasn't clouded, and watched it again. He clearly beat Pacquiao. I mean, it was a kind of a close fight, but he won over 7 rounds. He won 7 rounds during that Pacquiao fight. I can't remember my scorecards. I have to get my scorecard and bring it back, but he clearly won. He clearly beat Pacquiao. So now he beat Pacquiao, which is one of the top 147 fighters. Now he beat Marquez, which is another 147 fighter now. Who does he fight next? You know, I was talking to my fiance about this the other day, and I was like, man, I kind of want to see Timothy Bradley face Mayweather. Kind of do, because if you notice, everyone that Mayweather has fought, they could not box backing up. And I kind of want to see Timmy Bradley. He can actually box backing up, and I kind of want to see how that will play out. You know, if that's in the making or in the run, I'd be more than happy to leave my comments on that because I have all different types of angles on how that fight would play out. Um, but you know, Timmy Bradley undefeated. But once again, Golden Boy won't. Well, if Mayweather is truly saying that he's Mayweather promotion and he has no boss and he answers to no one. I want to see Mayweather fight a Bob Arum type fighter, a top ranked fighter, one of the ones. It doesn't matter at this point. You know, you building your legacy and you're supposed to be your own man. Let me see you fight somebody for top rank. Since Golden Boy and top rank don't get along, let me see you fight somebody for top rank. Of course, you know Mayweather. I pull for Mayweather, but either way it go, I still would like to see that fight. But before that fight happens, I kind of want to set it up. You got a young star, Adrian Broner, who's flashed, you know, who's always right there with Mayweather, who's always, you know, who can fight well, handle himself well in the ring. He beat Paulie Malignaggi for the 147 title. You know, at this point, I kind of want to see Timothy Bradley fight Adrian Broner for multiple reasons. Timothy Bradley saying he want to fight the best of the best, and he proving himself in the ring day in day out. He only going out of the top competition. Um, Adrian Broner just moved up from like 130, 135, all the way to 147 and got a title. Got a title defense his first try and beat Paulie Malignaggi, who's light hidden, but he can box. Won that fight. I would love to see that. I would love to see those two go at it because why not clean up the division with all the title holders? It's only 3 title holders right now. Timothy Bradley, he has the belt at 147. Adrian Broner now has the other belt at 147, and Mayweather has 2 of the 147 belts. So let's go ahead and clean up the division of 147. Let's see who's the champ at 147. Clearly, those 3 people are fighting. Adrian Broner got a fight coming up in December where he fights. Forgot that Argentina guy name. Maidana's. He fight Maidana. Yeah. If Adrian Broner beats Maidana, I kind of want to see Timothy Bradley and Adrian Broner go at it sometime in early February of next year. You know, I want to see them two go at it. And Adrian Broner already went on the record saying that he'd never fight Mayweather, and it clearly shows why. Mayweather said he Mr. Miyagi, and Adrian Broner is Danielson. But Timothy Bradley, on the other hand, is saying, fuck it. I want to fight the best of the best. And I want to see him go through and clean out the division, if he can. So I actually want to see that fight get made because you have 2 title holders, 2 belt title holders who's supposed to be the champion in that weight division go at it. And just if Timothy Bradley wins that fight against Adrian Broner, if they ever fought, then clearly, hands down, Timothy Bradley has a case to fight Mayweather. And clearly has it where you can't duck and dodge him. Clearly. Hands down. That would be. I think that's how that fight should get set up. I think as a matter of fact, we all know Mayweather's gonna fight again sometime in May. They're talking about something he might fight Amir Khan, which Amir Khan does not even deserve to be in the same ring with this man to fight. But they're talking about something he might fight. Mayweather might fight Amir Khan. But whoever Mayweather fights on May 4th, 5th, or 6th, whenever that Saturday is, clearly, I would love to see Adrian Broner and Timothy Bradley be on that same card fight. That would be an awesome fight. Somewhere in there, that would be an awesome fight. And see who goes from there. That's clearly a match I kind of want to see. But got to give big ups to Timothy Bradley doing this thing. He beat Marquez. He beat Pacquiao. Now let's see who he fights next. See can he fight A. Mayweather. Let's see can he fight Adrian Broner. Let's see if he can fight some of these Golden Boy fighters to clearly say I'm the best of the best and I'm fighting the best of the best, and stop letting the promotions and their beef get involved with everything. Let me know how you feel. Let me know your results. Let me know. Leave me a comment. If you like it, you like my videos, let me know. Um, if you don't like my videos, let me know as well. Leave comments. Let me know how you feel about anything that I talked about. And if you feeling me, let me know that too. Sorry about this. I know when I first started off, I said I was gonna put out a lot of videos, but shit, gotta work. So I haven't had time to put out videos. I think this is like my fourth or fifth video putting out about boxing. Um, but we're gonna do big. I'm gonna step it up a lot. I'm gonna put out a lot more videos and on my thoughts about boxing, as well as other sports. I'm trying to get some of my real good friends involved that watch sport daily, day in, day out, and we're gonna go ahead and start this VP Nation talk show. Probably do it on Google Hangout, and I'm probably gonna try to at least bring you something once a week. One of the boxing one the reason why I started doing my boxing show like this is because of the Wire. The Wire, he's pretty good. He's knowledgeable about boxing, but certain things he'd say that I truly don't agree with, but certain things he say I do agree with. But I said, man, well, let me put my voice out there. Let me leave my points on what I think. And please, hey, if y'all want to do a video conversation together, or you want to hit me up with a video conversation, send me an email. I'll be more than happy to jump on and give you my thoughts. Or, maybe if y'all let me know that y'all want to do a video conversation together where I can get multiple people in on the YouTube channel, we can go to Google Hangout and we'll do one together and we'll upload it. Hey, I'm down for everything, man. VP Nation, definitely let me know what you're talking about. Let me know what you're thinking about. Let me know if you like what I'm putting out here. If you don't, all comments is welcome, no matter what. Just make it tasteful, try to keep the racial profiling down. But other than that, let's do what we do. VP Nations, I'm out.